Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Court. Today we are here to pick out of the TBR mug again. It's a mug. For anybody that may be new here, it is a cat mug. A book cat mug. Shelves with cats and books, obviously. We're going to pick 6 like always. Do I ever finish a TBR? No. It was my goal to finish one at least this year, but then I started school and I don't think that's gonna happen. Maybe it'll happen. We don't know. I have some really good picks on my TBR cart. I filled it with my 10 before the end, so if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend going and watching that video. I also have my book journal in front of me here to reference 10 before the end, as well as my fall TBR, that I can look at those. Also, everything is in here, so if I want to look at my 25 for 2025, my A to Z challenge, I still need an R, which is crazy, an X, and a Q. And then my 25 for 2025, I don't think any of these are on my cart. Oh yeah, one is. The rest, oh, 2 are. The rest are not, because they're just not what I'm in the mood for. So if I feel like reading those, or I feel like they should be on the TBR, or they match a certain prompt, I'll grab them. However, we're gonna try to stick to the cart. I did refill it with some series I'm in the middle of, some new books. I have some arcs here, which I'm pretty excited about. There's not many November releases I'm excited about, except 3 in particular that I will be reading, and I'm hoping that those 3 will be in a vlog for you guys. That is the sequel to these 2, Fallen Stars by Amani Iriu, the second one to Heavenly Bodies, and Eternal Ruin by Tigist Gurma. That is the second one to Immortal Dark. So both of those are on my cart because I want to reread them before the second one comes out. We also have Between Two Kings by Lindsay Straub. That also comes out in the month of November. I'm looking forward to it. Other arcs we have for the month of November that if we pick them, great. I'm excited to read these. We have Bad Bishop by LJ Shin. This is the first in a new series. Thank you so much to Bloom for sending me this. This doesn't have an exact date. I'll put an exact date on this screen, but it just says sometime in November. We also have I'll Make a Spectacle of You by Beatrice Winifred Eicher. I think this is a horror novel. Maybe like a historical horror. This comes out November 18th. It says a heart-pounding Southern Gothic horror debut. So we also have this one, which I'm super excited for and super thankful to Bloom for sending me this, because this has been on my TBR for a very long time. Before it was getting traditionally published, the indie versions were. This is Bonded by Thorns. This is a series by Elizabeth Helen. I think these are Beauty and the Beast retellings, if I'm not mistaken. This comes out sometime in November as well. Again, it doesn't have a date, but I'll put it on the screen. This says 4 beastly princes, 1 awkward bookworm. Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm really excited to read this. I don't know how many are in this series. Does it say? I don't think it says. But this has been on my TBR for a really long time. I had the indie published version on my Kindle for a really long time. But Bloom kindly sent me the traditionally published arc that does come out in November. And the last arc I have is Ship of Spells by H. Leighton Dixon. It says 1 ship, 1 captain, 1 choice. Thank you to Red Tower for sending this. I love the cover of this. This comes out November 4th, so rather soon. This is really exciting. It's perfect for readers who crave the raw grit of Arya Stark, the world building of Samantha Shannon, and the slow burn tension of enemies who should never trust or want each other. Yes, exactly. It's exactly what we need. So those few books are the ones I'm excited about coming out in the month of November. Hopefully I'll get to some of the ones that I already have and the ones that I've been waiting for literally all year. All year to read. These 2 in particular. And I can't wait to reread these. So I'm hoping to put these on my TBR for the month of November because I'm definitely going to read those in the month of November to reread them in preparation for the new books that are coming out. It would just work out in my favor that way. As always, we're going to pick 6 prompts from this mug, plus our 1 12 Hour from 12 Friends. There's only 2 left, because hey, there's 2 months left in the year. Not month. The year. There's 2 months left in the year. It's like 10 o'clock at night and I have so much energy. It's also my 5th anniversary with my boyfriend Logan. Tell us happy anniversary. When I'm filming this, it's past when you guys are seeing this. But we had our anniversary date, and that's why it's 10 p.m. when I'm filming this. Other books on the cart. My 10 Before the End. Go watch that. My fall TBR. Go watch that. That's really it. We're gonna see what I am supposed to read in November. Am I gonna read it? Probably not. Let's just get started. Our first prompt for November. There was 2 there. A book that matches my outfit. I'm wearing my Taylor cardigan. This is brown. I don't know how it's showing up on the video. It kind of looks black. Brown. And I'm wearing jeans. So, like, I know the one that looks like it matches the best, but I'm scared. Right. Is there anything else? We don't have, like, a brown book. What about this? Or not. I mean, it's giving orange and brown. Is it not? And she has the same name as me. Spelled the exact same way. I think these are our only options. If I'm gonna be honest. Does this count? There's orange and brown. It's not predominantly orange and brown though. I really wanted to pick this. No. Fine. So like, this matches, but this is like metallic and it's not looking brown when I'm looking at it. It looks brown on the camera, but it does not, and this doesn't look orange. In real life, it looks red, but it kind of matches when I put it up to it on the camera. I'm really conflicted, but this, like without a doubt, right? I've been avoiding the puppy war. I forced everyone in my book club to start this so I could start it, and I haven't started it. So I feel like that would be the smart and rational thing to choose. Because, like, this doesn't match fully because there's, like, other colors on. I'm having a terrible time. This is just the first pick. Which one am I more likely to read in the month of November? I know more people will force me to read this one, so we're gonna go with this. And I'm gonna be in pain. So The Puppy War by R.F. Kuang is going on our November TBR. That print is so small. Because it's fully orange and my cardigan is fully orange, I don't have to justify it to you guys. More people will force me to read it, and that's what I need in a TBR. And this, I can read it anytime. If I feel like reading it, I'll pick it up. Let's pick our second one. We're having so much fun. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I thought like 8 of them fell out of there. Thriller. You know, I know exactly what I'm gonna pick. This one's not even a hard choice. I've been dying to continue this series. It is literally so good. I read The Naturals in my 24-hour readathon. Literally in less than like 5 hours I read the first book. I can't wait to continue this series. I want to finish all of them. So we're going to put Killer Instinct, the second one. This is the second book. There is 4 total books. There's technically 5 because there's a novella at the end of the 4th book. We're going to continue this series. It's by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's Criminal Minds YA version. It's so good. I don't want to read the back of this because that'll spoil it. So, Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. That's our second pick. That was not hard at all. Let's pick number 3. Continue a series. I could have picked Killer Instinct for that too. The only series I have on here to continue. Ooh, we have Hellbent down here. That's a really good option. Or we have Glow of the Everflame. And I think this is more of a wintry time. November's still kind of fall, especially in Arizona where it's hot here all the time. So I'm not really feeling like fantasy winter-esque yet. So I think Hellbent is the way to go, especially because I wanted to read this and I'm pretty sure this is on my fall TBR. Let's check. It is. This is on my fall TBR and Glow of the Everflame is not. So we're going to be logical and choose this one. This is the second one in the Alex Stern series. There's supposed to be a third book in the series coming out. We don't know when, but I read Ninth House in January, I believe, and I really, really want to continue this series because I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I really, really enjoyed the first one. Like, gave it 5 stars. It was really good. So I really want to continue this. It's Dark Academia, Yale Secret Societies. It's a lot of fun. Next prompt. Oh. This one flew out at me, so we're gonna pick this one. Right, start a new series. I'm in the middle of so many series, and there's a lot of options we have on here to start a new series. We do have Dear Reader on our 10 Before the End. This is a series. Other series we have to start: When the Moon Hatched. I don't think the second one is out for this yet. Don't know when the second one is out for it, but I've heard really good things about this. It's a fantasy with dragons. Because we have Puppy War, I don't know if this is such a great idea, especially with how big it is. And I have school and finals in November, at the end of November. This might be a December book. We also have Bonded by Thorns. This is the first in a series, and it is a November arc. So I'm thinking this is probably the best option for us because it is still fantasy. The font is huge in this book, and the first in a series. It's the Beast of the Briar series, a retelling, and we'll get an arc for November crossed off. So I'm thinking this is what we go with, and I'm really excited to read this. It says 592 pages on the back. Is it really that long? Is it really? No, it's like 409. This is what we're going with starting a new series. Will I have to wait for the next one? Probably. That's okay. We have a fantasy, a thriller, dark academia fantasy, and a retelling fantasy. Lots of fantasy going on. Let's see if we can get something else. This is our 5th prompt. This is a long one. A book that matches the last song you listened to. I pulled up my Spotify. The Great War is what is playing, which checks out because that's what I was listening to in the car earlier. So, what matches the Great War? I feel like the Poppy War would have been so good for this. I don't know much about that Poppy War series, but I fear that would have worked. You know what would work? This would work so well. This gives Great War. She's literally being hunted by a star, and he helps her train to defeat the star even though they're enemies. Yeah. Okay, is there anything else before I know I'm gonna pick this? I feel like Blood Over Brighthaven might also work. And I really do want to read Blood Over Brighthaven. I do think this would work. Maybe. Also Catabasis. I feel like there's a lot of things that could work for this, but I know this is what I'm gonna pick. I've already convinced myself that it works for this book, and I'm literally so excited to read this book. I have wanted to pick it up and reread it since I finished it. In like February, March, I need to. It's going. That's book 5. I'm so excited. That's my favorite fantasy of all time. Did I just say that we should get something other than fantasy? Yes. Is that ever going to stop me from picking that book ever? No. Let's pick our last prompt. An odd number of pages. Cleo, you're right in the way, friend. We're gonna check this first. 416. 329. 287. $3.53. This one is $3.78. $3.96. $4.27. Okay, we have 4 options here. We have 1 November arc, and the rest are on my 10 before the end. We have People Watching by Hannah Bottom Young, which is a romance. Normal People by Sally Rooney, which is a literary fiction romance type book. Dear Reader by Tate James, which will start another series, which is a dark romance. And Bad Bishop by LJ Shin, which is my November arc, which is also a dark romance. And I'm going to be honest, both of these start series, so we're going to put those back. These are standalones, and they're fairly short. They're a lot shorter than those two. I'm drawn to this one because it is my first Sally Rooney book, and it's on my 10 before the end. And I do really want to read it. It sounds really good. And I also want to watch the show. I am also drawn to this one because it's very fall, and November is ending fall, and it's also on my 10 before the end, and I love Hannah Bottom Young's writing. I think we're gonna go with People Watching just because I want to make sure I read this fall. Just because it goes on the TBR doesn't mean that I'm gonna read it, but it gives it a better chance, and I do really want to get to it. So People Watching will be our 6th and final book on our November TBR. Besides our 12 Rec from 12 Friends, let's not forget that. We're about to pick it, don't worry. We have some good books here. I'm really excited about this TBR. Let's pick our 12 Rec from 12 Friends. There's only 2 options left. Let's see which one we get. Did I just grab both of them? I did. The Wedding People by Alison Esbach, which is right here. I have this book. I actually got the arc for it last year and never read it, which I'm really sad about because I wanted to, and I just never got around to it, and I've heard really good things about this book. This book follows our main character who goes to this hotel on this like beach hotel on Rhode Island to end her life, and there's an entire like wedding going on there, and her and the bride become like best friends or really good friends over the course of like a few hours. And that's the story. Like, that's really all I know about it, and that's really all I need to know. I'm really excited that this got picked because I do need a literary fiction on this TBR, especially because I didn't pick Normal People. I'm really excited to read this. Alison Esbach. But the dedication, I just read the dedication, and I feel like I have to share this with you guys. It says, "To all the strangers who made my dreary moments magical." Like, that's what the book's about, and I think that's so special, and I'm so excited to read this. I've wanted to pick this up so many times this year, but knew that it was in this box and didn't because of that reason, because I wanted to read it when I picked it, and I cannot wait that I finally get to read this book. So, 7th and final book on our TBR, The Wedding People by Alison Esbach. Let me rearrange and we will go through my entire November TBR and we will discuss. So up first we got a book that matches my outfit, and I picked The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This is a war orphan goes and joins like the war academy type thing. She surprises everyone who wanted to marry her off to further the criminal enterprise, even herself. But a dark-skinned peasant girl from the south is not easy at Senegard, the most elite military school in Akan. Targeted by rival classmates for her color, poverty, and gender, Ren discovers that gods, long thought dead, are very much alive, and that she possesses lethal, unearthly power. I'm really excited. I'm just also scared because I've heard it's devastating. Maybe the later books. Also, maybe this book. I don't really know. But yay. I'm also hoping my book club holds me accountable to read this. Next, we got a thriller, and I will be continuing the Natural series with Killer Instinct Book 2 by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is a YA Criminal Minds type book. They are all in working for the FBI. They're like teenagers, but they all have like special abilities. They're not really like magical special abilities, they're just really intelligent teenagers. that can use their intelligence to help the FBI solve cases. Then I got continuous series and I picked Hellbent by Lee Bardugo. This is the second in the Alex Stern series. It's Yale Secret Societies. The first one is Ninth House. I gave it 5 stars. I'm hoping this one is also 5 stars. Then I got start a new series and we will be starting Bonded by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I think it might be Why Choose. There says there's 4 beastly princes and 1 awkward bookworm. It's got fae, magic, and danger. I'm really excited. This has been on my TBR for so long. Thank you again to Bloom for sending me this advanced copy of this book. Cannot wait to dive into it. A book that matches the last song you listened to, and I picked Heavenly Bodies by Amani Iriu. This matches the Great War so well. This is a girl who is fated to fall in love with a star. However, she does not want that. And he will stop at nothing to get her, like kill her whole family. So she runs away to her enemy kingdom, and the prince specifically, is going to train with her and help her defeat this star. This is book 1. Book 2 comes out in November, so I'm rereading this in hopes to be prepared for when book 2 comes out in November. Next, we got An Odd Number of Pages, and I picked People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. This has like 329 pages or something like that. This is a romance. Her mom has early onset Alzheimer's, and she is taking care of her, and in comes Milo, who breaks her out of her shell, out of her routine. Things like that. I believe also teaches her some things. Wink wink. I'm excited to read this nonetheless. We shall see how I like this one. And finally, our 12 Rec from 12 Friends pick for the month of November. There's literally only one left in the box, and that's crazy. We have The Wedding People by Alison Esbach. This is about friendship and overcoming hardships and like meeting strangers that become your best friends, and I think that's going to be such an impactful and important novel. I love a good wholesome literary fiction novel that makes you think, especially when it's about friendship. I cannot wait to read this. This is a propulsive and uncommonly wise novel about one unexpected wedding guest and the surprising people who help her start anew. Other exciting things in November, I'm finally finishing my first semester of school, back to school. So that's exciting. I'm also planning for Bookmas. If you haven't watched my recent videos and know that I am doing that, I am going to be doing Bookmas this year. I'm going to probably be spreading it out a little bit and doing like 3 videos a week for 4 weeks. Kind of thing. We'll see how it works. I'm hoping to do it. I'm hoping I can get it done. I will be starting to film and preparing in November, so that's really exciting. Also, we're trying to hit that 300 subscriber goal by Halloween, so if you're not subscribed, I would so appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and like this video. It helps me out. And also, my booktube turns 1 in November. We turn 1 on November 18th. Court K Reads the booktube turns 1 year old, and I think it's so crazy how far we've come with this channel. I'm so thankful for everyone that watches my videos, that's here, that's interacting with me, that likes to watch my content, because I love doing this and I love being able to put out videos that people enjoy. So if there's ever anything that you want to see from me, or prompts you want me to put in the TBR jar, or just anything, comment it below and I'll be happy to try it out or do it or talk to you about it. Anything you want. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so thankful. And that's pretty much all for me. I'm gonna go get reading, and I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video really soon. Comment below what you're going to be reading in the month of November. If you want to find me anywhere else on the internet, all my social media is linked in the description below, and I'll see you in my next video soon. Bye guys.